Everybody, welcome back to Reggie's Cooked into Life Lessons. You know I love doing things different, new, stuff that I've never tried before, and of course everything that I'm getting ready to do for you today will be different, will be new, because I'm going to make some sushi. I spent all morning, I ordered something offline, but it didn't arrive, to roll my sushi. These are like the bamboo, but this thing will allow me to roll my sushi. Because I did find a sushi kit, yes. So, and I already have my rice. I made some jasmine rice, and I made it according, it's not, a little bit off from what, just half a cup difference from what I normally, when I make the normal long grain white rice. Because I have another dish, I'm going to do, I'm doing a California roll, and I'm also going to do a chili dog bread ring. That's going to be done in the cast iron pot. Of course, I got my ingredients sitting back there. And I have my seasonings already separated. And that in the middle is not salt, that's sugar. That's sugar in the middle. So we're going to be doing that. But of course, the California roll, it doesn't have a lot of things in it. And in fact, it was just having me, going to have me use sesame seed to season, but that was optional. But what I did with my rice, I took and cooked it with put some garlic powder and some adobe, not adobe, some like adobe, that seasoning. I put it in the water when I boiled the rice. So that's why the rice is not white. But that gives, I want the rice to have some flavor. And it said that I needed a damp washcloth, a damp cloth, some water, because I'm going to be sticking my knife in here and letting it run down like this. So when I cut the California roll, that it won't be sticking. Now, of course, I have to dice this up, but I'm going to break away and do the dicing of the cucumber and the avocado, cucumber, avocado, because that's what's going in. And I have the imitation crab meat. I got imitation crab meat because that's what it said goes in there. You know, I could have got a can of real crab meat, but it said imitation, and I want to follow the rules, follow the directions, just like I want you to follow the directions when I'm doing this. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to, when I do my chili dog bread ring, of course, I got hot dogs, and I got the crescent rolls, and I'll season, you know, I got some green pepper, green peppers, onions, you know, all that stuff, but we'll talk about that. We'll talk about that in a second. But I'm going to break away, and I'm going to cut up the cucumbers and the avocados so we can get started. Reggie's Cooked into Life's Lessons. Perseverance, what it was that allowed me to find this, because I went to plenty stores. I'm doing this stuff and I want to do it right. We'll be right back. I'm back. Now, I cut the avocado and the cucumbers into the sizes that I needed, and I believe that if necessary, I'll have, you know, in the little box of me cutting. Now, what I didn't do, but so that you can see me cutting some stuff, is I am going to cut and do the imitation crab meat, you know, the way that I just did the avocados and the cucumbers. Okay, so let's put this to the side. And I'm going to push this up so that I can, ooh, that's not the way it goes, huh? I think. And then, no, I'm going to slice it first and then put it onto the plate. Yeah, just like that. I'm going to do it just like that. I'm going to cut nice thin slices, nice little thin pieces. Well, it looks like I'm going to, well, as long as it's cut like this, maybe I should have left, well, no, I wouldn't let it freeze because it would be, these people, they would have to sit, and you don't want the seaweed, the sushi nori, to get soggy. That I don't think you want. So I'm going to take these pieces like this and put them on there. They're cut in strips, so I'll take and fix it on there. Well, I did not expect this to go like this, but I think this, well, I know it's going to work because we're going to make it work. Reggie's Cooked into Life's Lessons. Of course, we're making something that we've never done before, that I've never done before, so you've never done it with me before. But we're going to do it, and we are going to surprise our guests. Like I said, people really appreciate your food when you show that you're putting some effort into putting it together. So, right now, I'm going to set this behind me. Right now, we have the rice. I put the rice vinegar. I put rice vinegar into. I put it into water when I was cooking the rice too. I put some rice vinegar in there, and of course we have the sushi nori. You know, we of course we can't make sushi without that, and the imitation crab meat, and the cucumber, small cucumbers, and the avocado. You know, this is my first time, so I'm going to take a break, set it up, and then we'll start this together. Reggie's Cooked into Life's Lessons. Okay, folks, we're back. Am I nervous? Yes, I was nervous. So what I did, what I don't normally do, was I rolled one off camera because I've never done it before, and the last thing I wanted to do was just totally mess up in front of you guys. But I don't think I did bad. I put it on here. Look how that looks. But what I did realize is that I had to cut some of this nori, sushi nori. I cut some of that off because it was too long. Because when I rolled it up, at the end, the paper, it wasn't all rice showing. I'm going to show you what I'm talking about. Okay, so it says you have to do this, you have to keep your hands wet. So it says take, and I'm going to rub my hands together to keep them wet so that because this rice is sticky. Then I'm going to leave like a half an inch at the bottom, still without without covering with rice. And you know, get as much rice as you need to do this. Get as much rice as you need. And again, every once in a while I'm going to stick my fingers in the water so that to get the sticky rice off me. So it's because it is the rice is sticky. So I guess that's what holds the sushi together. Okay, so okay, I think that I have enough rice. And once I roll this, once I show you how I roll this, then I'm going to roll it maybe one more. Then I'm gonna roll it off camera. I'm gonna roll it off camera. Okay, so now I have the rice. The rice is across the board. Okay. Then need to grab that. See how I have this? You know what? I'm going to put a little bit more rice on here. I'm going to put a little more rice on it because I'm doing the California roll, because I saw it a couple of different ways that they rolled this. So, and then so that I wouldn't mess this up myself, again, I'll keep sticking my hands in there, getting this rice off so that it's, because it is sticky. So what I did was I took in, I don't know if I could have done it, you know, just flip this over. I want to flip this over, but but I did it this way, so that I did it this way. You see what I did. Now I'm gonna take. Now I take, and I'll put some of the crab meat, the imitation crab meat. I'll line that up. Line this up. The crab meat smells good. Do this like this. Pieces all the way to the end. Now I got that. Now I'm going to wet my hands again. Rather than bother with the way I'm doing it, I'll wet my hands. Okay. The towel is damp. Now I'll take a strip of cucumber. Put that strip of cucumber on there. Then I'll take the avocado and layer that too. Lay on that. Let me show you what this looks like. This looks like that. Looks like that. Then I've been watching videos on how to roll this, because again, I've never rolled sushi before. But so now I'll take this 1/4 inch in, 1/2 inch in, and take it all the way up to the top of the ingredients. And I'm rolling this tightly using my thumbs and such. Oh, I still have a little bit more too much paper because it's not just rice. But I guess it don't really matter when. But this, let me put that over here, and I'm going to show you what it looks like. But I still got to cut the paper more if I don't want none of the seaweed paper to show. But I guess that doesn't, you know. And then it says you can make it tighter by doing it like this and packing in the edges. You know, you can do it like that. Look at that. That looks fabulous to me. I don't know if it looks fabulous to everybody. Then I moved the sushi over. I don't have to move it to cut it, but I'm to wipe my knife, keep my knife clean, make sure I have a nice sharp knife. Let me run this across the sharpener. Alright, so wipe this off. Take the knife and let the water run down the edges so that it doesn't stick. And I'm going to cut this in half. I'll cut it in half. That's in half. Now the pro put them both together, but when I did it, it stuck, so I'm not going to do that. Now I'm just going to cut this piece into thirds. And your knife should be sharp so that it don't be breaking up like some of those pieces I have. I'm gonna cut this one right here. This should be good. Bam. 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 That is sushi. I made sushi. We is making sushi. We is making sushi. Cut. Oop. Keep the knife clean. Keep it wet, because this rice is sticky. Go here. Ugh. Supposed to cut it into thirds, but again, I don't want it to break up. Look. Look at that. Look at that. That's a nice big old chunk of sushi, I guess. But it is. It looks like sushi. This looks like sushi. This looks like sushi. I believe that is success. So I'm back. Reggie's cooked into life's lessons. Now I'm getting ready to do this chili dog bread ring. Chili dog bread ring. I need my cast iron pan. So I have that. Sit that right there to the side for a second. I'm taking the hot dogs and I'm cutting them into thirds. So boom. So you see me, I'm cutting them into thirds. Also a part of this ingredient is the crescent rolls. I have some sweet Hawaiian crescent rolls that I'm going to use. And what I'm going to do, I'm going to pull this off of here, pull this out of here like this. And what we're going to do is we're going to take the crescent rolls. This is a quick recipe too, so this is not something that's going to take forever to do. Then I'm going to take each one and I'm going to, what you say, cut it in half. I'm going to cut it in half, cut the crescent roll in half. Then I'm going to take the fat in and roll this around the hot dog. So that goes around the hot dog. Then we're going to sit them in the cast iron pot. So I'm gonna get that started. Do a few of these, get this lined up. I'm gonna get at least two or three rings. Then we're going to cook the ground beef. I have the onions and the green peppers and the red peppers. We're going to saute this up because this is, of course, chili dog. And again, I told you I have my plate of seasoning, so we're ready. But this is going to be the time-consuming part of doing the wrapping the hot dogs. So I know I just came back, but we got a break. We're going to break away because I'm going to do this so that you don't spend 15 minutes watching me do this. We'll be right back. Reggie's cooked into life's lessons. Okay, folks, I'm back. I'm trying to do this so that you sure get to see what's going on here. Now, I took the crescent rolls and now I'm splicing them in half because I'm taking the hot dog, as you see, and rolling the hot dog in the crescent dough. Now I already have, I'm working on my second ring here now, so, and I preheated the oven at 375. Now what's going to happen is, oh, and I put my pan on, my frying pan, because we're going to do the ground beef. So there you go, there goes the onions. We're going to let them cook up. In fact, I'm going to let them cook a minute before I throw the ground beef in. I guess I can use this. I can use this. So I'm going to let them caramelize some. Oh my goodness, I always love the way the place smells. So, and this is going to go into the oven. Again, I'm cutting the crescent rolls in half so that I can take and roll the fat in around the hot dog first, and roll that like that, and just stuff that up in here like this. Reggie's Cooked into Life's Lesson. Make sure you subscribe. I am not a professional chef. I do this to pay homage to my baby brother who was a cook, and to teach people not to be afraid of the kitchen, because this is so inspiring. Doing this it inspires me. It's overcoming an obstacle. The kitchen is the obstacle, but all you have to do is put some effort into it, and you can do your thing. So now I got the onions caramelizing. I'm only going to do 2 rolls because I need the center for the ground beef to go in for the chili dog part. So now I'm going, oh, this smells so good over here. So I'm throwing my green peppers in there. Wish that around. And I don't have a third camera on there because I'm only doing something that we normally do. I'm doing something that we normally do, and that's cooking up this ground beef with the onions and the green peppers. Oh, and I know that ketchup goes in there, and some tomato sauce goes in when I put the ground beef in. So again, I wanted you to see this goes into the oven. This is going into the oven for 10 to 15 minutes. So I'll take and roll this last one up. But I split the crescent roll in half, and it starts off with the fat end of the bread. So now that's in there. This is going in the oven 375 for like 10, 15 minutes. Now I'll be working on my ground beef. So I'm going to get for this. I got the pack of hot dogs, it's 12 pack, but I got a big pack because we cook for they cooking for 4 people. But 12 the hot dogs, package of crescent rolls. I got the onions diced up. I got the pound of ground beef. I got my salt. Well, I don't cook with salt because the other seasons have salt in it. But I got my array of spices. My array of spices that's going to go on the ground beef. And ketchup. Cumin is in there with the spices, chili powder, sugar. And then I got the cheddar cheese. And boom. I'm going to get this ground beef on, get this all cooked up. It'll be 10 or 15 minutes, then I'll pull that pan out, and then we'll put the ground beef in there, put the cheddar cheese on there, stick it back in the oven, and then that'll be ready. We'll be right back. Reggie's Cooked into Life's Lessons. Don't forget to subscribe. Okay. We're back. The hot dogs wrapped in the crescent roll has been in the oven that was preheated at 365 for about 15 minutes. And it says that the bread, that's supposed to be in there 15, 20 minutes because that's going to go back in there. So we're going to pull this out. pulled this out. I sat it on this plate. Hopefully it's everything will be okay. But you see how we have the ring of the hot dogs and the crescent dough. So, and I already made my chili dog ingredients. Is right there. So what I'm going to do now, oops, oh here it is. Okay. So what we do now is we'll put this into the center. Yes. Yes. Look at this. Look at this. This smells delicious. Now we're sitting it in here because it's a chili dog. So we have the tomato paste, some sauce in there. We have the ketchup. We have this sugar. We have OMG. That is supposed to go like that. That's the way that goes. Then we take the cheddar cheese and we dump the cheddar cheese onto this like that. We're going to sprinkle a little around like that. Throw some more on top of there. I know that's plenty of cheese. Plenty of cheese. And then we're going to throw this back in the oven because the oven is still on. And we'll throw it in there for another 15-20 minutes. Reggie's cooked into life. Chili dog bread ring. I'm back with the wrap up. Sugar. Because I pulled it out just in time for Alexa. Look at. Look at this. Look at this. OMG. That's heavy. That is chili dog bread ring, a chili dog bread ring, where I sprinkle some onions on the top at the end. And so, you know, for some of the hot dogs, I just wrapped them in the blanket and sat there. But this is how this is done. Now this is served like this. We'll do it like this. We'll take and go into the bread part like this. Pull this out. Oh yes, yes. Then we go into the middle where the cheese and the chili is, and put that on like this. That goes on like that. Then as this cools down, yeah, because you know it's steaming hot. As this cools down, your guests, well, they'll scoop it out like that. And let me show you again. This is what this looks like. I'm happy. So now I have the California dog bread ring, and I throw that one. Of course I get the one that's falling apart, but I throw some sushi on the plate. Reggie's cooked into life's lessons. I have some soy sauce, and I put some soy sauce and I put some hot sauce in there because I like hot sauce. Thank you, folks. Thank you for following me. See you next time. Reggie's Cooked into Life Lessons.